Hi, welcome to Fun is Fundamental. Fun is Fundamental is a podcast for those who realize that the enjoyment of life is about having something deep in our souls which lights our fire. It's for those who maybe have lost that fire and feel like they are missing out on the pleasures of life. In each episode, I will share recent fun activities and focus on why having fun is essential for good health. I'm your host, Elenia, and I invite you to take this journey with me and join the pleasure-seeking movement.
Hi. So in this episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about Halloween costumes. I never buy store-bought Halloween costumes. Like, I might buy elements of a store-bought Halloween costume. You know, like I'll buy a wig, I'll buy things, but I find them to be cheap. It's a thin material. And sometimes really tacky. I don't really like, and not flattering a lot of times. I have always been a firm believer in making my Halloween costumes. Like, not necessarily like sewing everything, but like, I'll go like to thrift stores and I'll find some clothes. And then like I might sew like some things like together. I might sew on like embellishments onto something, or I just like to get really creative with it. And like I've been some pretty like I've had some costumes that have been pretty like easy. Like one year I was like Tora Santana, and I really loved it, from Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. And I really love the costume, but it's so simple. It was just jeans and a black t-shirt that like showed off my cleavage, and then like a black straight wig, and then I did like my makeup and stuff like that. It was so simple, but it looked badass. It was great. And anyone who knew like that movie like would have been like, hell fucking yeah, you look like Tora Santana. Simple. And as a busty lady, like, she's kind of an icon, right? for me. I no longer have such a slim waist though, so it wouldn't necessarily look quite as good as it back then, but I've been like, but then like other years I like go full out. Like I like one year I was like this like weird like alien thing with like a bunch of, and I just put eyeballs all over my face. Like I painted my face with like eyeballs all over. Or like one year I was like did like this like weird circusy Dios de los Muertos sugar skull kind of thing. And now maybe there'd be some question of cultural appropriation. This was many years ago, but my makeup was so good. It took me forever. I worked really hard on it, but it was well worth it. It looked amazing. And then, so it's like some years I would be like, I'm just gonna put a wig on and show some cleavage. And then other years it's like full on freaky makeup. I'm not trying to look sexy. I'm totally fine with like, no slut shaming at all. I'm totally fine with like the sexy costumes if that's what you want. But I'm also like, sometimes I just want to like look like a total weirdo freak. Like I've been green-faced Medusa, also, but then like I think last year, we didn't do anything out. I guess, I think actually I was Frida Kahlo for 2 years actually, I think, because like one year, like 2019, I actually went to a party and I was Frida Kahlo. And then last year, I only dressed up for school, so I was just like, I'll be Frida Kahlo again. And that one, I just put things together, except for like I bought like the headband with the flowers. Otherwise, it was just like my own clothes, and maybe I bought like I think I bought like a couple of things, but it was almost entirely just things I already had. I just like to be industrious and playful and just go with whatever what mood strikes me, because I definitely have Halloween costumes all over the place in effort and in sex appeal. Like it's like, but it's funny because like I think that the ones that I put the most effort in are the weirdest and least sexy, and it's just me being like getting creative and having fun. And then my lowest effort ones are the ones that I'm just like, all right, here's my boobs. Like, and that is fun sometimes too. I like feeling sexy sometimes because I generally have always felt kind of not into my looks and not sexy. Like I'm like, I'm kind of cute, kind of thing. But like, it's not like, oh yeah, I'm sexy, I'm sexy and I know it. I'm like, no, that's not me at all. And so putting on kind of the persona of being like a sex pot is kind of fun sometimes. I mean, I've always, even from when I was a child, have liked to be creative. I remember trying to be the Bride of Frankenstein as when I was like maybe like 12 or something like that, 12, 13, something like that. And like trying to get my curly hair like teased and like big and up, and then spray painting a white stripe on it, and because even back then I was like, wanting to be, I liked the monsters and stuff like that. I mean, I ultimately, creatures are like probably my favorite part of Halloween. So, it makes sense that a lot of times I'm like, yeah, I want to be like this freaky creature. I remember buying this, I think I have a picture of it, so maybe I'll post it. Buying this long black dress with like these stiff, like really stiff, like ruffles on like the on the neck and on the wrists and stuff like that. I'm finding this at some thrift store. Like I feel like it was like a Capitol Hill thrift store. And then proceeding to include this as a Halloween costume for like many years because it was just such an interesting dress. And so it's just like, okay, right now, this time I'm going to be a vampire. This time I'm going to be a witch. This time I'm going to do that. And like, it really was like part of my repertoire for like maybe like a good like 8 years. Eventually I got rid of it because I couldn't wear it anymore. Oh my goodness, like I feel like even my ribs even seem bigger now than back then when I was a teenager. And so I'm just like, it's just like, what? I also like, I would buy things that definitely like were kind of extravagant and like should just be for costumes, like silver pants and crazy platform shoes and these like crazy coats and stuff like that, and just wear them all year round because ultimately I just wanted to look like I was dressed for Halloween every day because I loved it so much. And it was like, it's like you get to be someone else. And so I really like embraced the extravagance for quite a few years when I was in high school and stuff like that, and college a little bit. And then now I wear nothing but jeans and t-shirts, and I'm very bored. But I don't know. I just don't want to put that effort in anymore. And I kind of talk about it. I'm not really a fan of my body, so why would I want to draw more attention to it? Instead, it's just like, I put clothes on. I am at work. The end. Anyway, I guess I'm hoping that we get to do some more things this Halloween, since last year it was a Saturday and it was a complete bust because 2020 is the worst year that we've ever experienced. And, I hate everything. But this year, hopefully it will be better. And so I need to think of what my Halloween costume should be. Maybe I will make a poll on my Instagram. And I hope that you'll vote. My Instagram is funisfundamental it's at funisfundamental on Instagram. I, for some reason, was thinking I was telling you the Gmail, which is funisfundamentalpodcast@gmail.com. If you have any other ideas. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. So I hope that you have a good week. Stay healthy. Have some fun. Do the best that you can in this crazy world, in this crazy time.